Not because anybody's forcing them to, not because anyone's offering them credit or assessing them, because we're not. There's no credit, no assessment. This is just things students do. It's amazing when you get 15,000 extremely brilliant, creative, energetic students and you put them into a melting pot like that 47-acre campus. Things that happen outside of the classroom spontaneously are amazing. And we have a culture of that going back 4 centuries. And this is the reason why our students are successful outside of college once they graduate, because they take their ideas and they turn them into reality. And it's not just important if you want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or the next Bill Gates, because not everybody wants to be that. I certainly have no interest in being a millionaire. Well, I could be convinced, but I'm not a businessman. I'm not going to start a business. But I have to get a job, and we're all going to have to get jobs. And what we're seeing now is that employers they're looking at grades, of course. You have to get good grades, you have to get good marks. But that's not really what they're focusing on so much any longer. They're looking further down your resume, and they're asking questions like, well, what else did you do at university? What did you do that you didn't have to do? What did you do that nobody was forcing you to do or assessing you on? What did you contribute? What did you change? How has the university changed by you since you went there? What did you lead? What did you create or destroy? And that can be a difficult question to answer. And it's important because there are things like leadership, teamwork, organizational skills that you can't really get from a formal academic curriculum. You need to find ways to get those skills and demonstrate that you have them. And different universities have different levels of scope. Some universities don't have a very well developed extracurricular life. Some of them don't really have much space or emphasis on student societies, student-run clubs, that kind of thing. And it can be difficult in some places to really find that. Trinity is one of the best in the world, if not the best. So if you think of yourself as somebody who, once you're done with your homework and you've done your exams and you've done well, but then you want to go out and do something completely different. You want to play cards, or you want to play sports, or you want to debate, or you want to organize a protest, or put on a musical, or something like that. That's important. It's not just fun. It is fun. It's not just fun. It's not just entertainment. It's not just relaxation. That often can be the most important thing that you do at the university. Michael Colgan, who's the old guy with the mustache in that video, he runs our National Theatre in Trinity. His degree was in business, but now he's one of the most successful theatre directors and producers in the country. That's because he ran our student theatre when he was in Trinity. And I know lots and lots of students like that. Some of our most impressive, coolest students, graduates, followed careers that had nothing to do with their academic curriculum, that were to do with the passions that they developed outside of the classroom in Trinity. Anyone here watch Game of Thrones? I'm sure somebody have. So you know King Joffrey, that little brat. His real name is Jack Leeson. He's graduated from Trinity just last year, and he was involved in theatre in Trinity, obviously. But his degree was in religion and theology. But he got his acting chops from just strutting on the stage as a student actor. And there are lots and lots of people like that. So that's the kind of student we like to attract. You have to be academically excellent, otherwise you're not going to get in. But we like students who have many strings to their bow, who have lots of different passions. And that's more than just about having fun. That can really determine what kind of life you want to lead, what kind of career you want to have. I've talked a lot. What do you guys want to know about that I haven't addressed yet? What have I missed?
Do they have drama in it?
Drama as an academic subject, yes we do. Yeah. So you can do drama and theatre studies, and you can combine that with one other arts humanities subject.
Film?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you can combine those two together. Yeah. If you're applying for a drama course, there is an interview element to it as well. So it's not just based on your academics. Because you need to be able to demonstrate that you have some performance talent. But yeah, we have that, absolutely. And then we have, outside of that, we have our student theatres and our drama groups and our musical groups. We have Music is huge in Trinity as well. We have 4 different choirs. We have the only student-run orchestra in Ireland in Trinity, and then about 5 other music societies. So we're very strong performers. Ireland in general is all about music and drama and storytelling and that kind of stuff. Trinity has produced some of the greatest writers, playwrights, actors, directors in the English language, let alone in Ireland. So yeah, we have all of that. Anyone else who's curious about something? Yeah.
What's the procedure for admission for business programs?
Admission. So getting down to the brass tacks, admissions process. The admissions process is the same for everybody. It's online and direct. So we're not part of the UK. We're not in UCAS. It's a direct application system. You log on to our website. This application system opens in November. The application window is actually quite long. You can apply all the way to the end of June. But we obviously don't recommend that. The earlier you apply, the better. Log on to our website, you find the course that you're interested in applying for, and you just click apply. You enter in your details, you upload a scan of your passport, you write a 500-word personal statement. 500 words, very, very short, very simple. And you give us the email addresses of 2 references. So typically your high school counsellor plus one other teacher. And then you upload your predicted scores as well. So based on your predicted scores, we will give you a conditional offer. If you apply before the 1st of February, we will have a conditional offer for you by the 1st of April. After that, it's a 2-week rolling process. For medicine, the deadline is the 1st of February, so you have to have the application in by the 1st of February. So it's a bit early. If you want to apply for one of our scholarships, there will usually be an earlier deadline as well, often in May.
We have to give any exams like BMAT or
No.
kind of exams?
No, in Ireland the qualifying examination is called HPAT, but non-EU students are exempt, so it's purely on the basis of the IB.
For any of the courses, like you don't have to give any of the exams, like lab
No.
So any exams like IELTS, TOEFL?
No, we will take your English. Well, if you have IB English, then we will take that. If you don't have IB English, then you will need to do IELTS. Our IELTS requirement is 6.5 with no math for those things.
What will be the duration of medicine?
Medicine is our most expensive undergraduate program. The tuition fee is about €37,000 per annum. For other science engineering programs, the tuition fee is about €23,000, and for business, arts, humanities, that kind of thing, it's €18,000. And then the cost of living for a student in Dublin is around €12,000. So if you're, say, studying business, you're paying in total about €30,000 a year. And that's quite reasonable. That's way, way less expensive than any US university, and it's even cheaper than the UK because that's in euro, not in pound. So euro is about 80 pence on the pound. So it's quite inexpensive, despite the fact that we're a very high-ranking international university.
What are the requirements for scholarship when doing pure sciences?
So the entrance scholarships are competitive. So what happens is when you apply at the beginning, we actually have to have quite small entrance scholarships. So usually only about 10 or €5,000 off your first year's fees, and we will give that to the students who are applying for the highest academic scores and other qualifications, other interesting things on their CV. The reason why our entrance scholarships are quite small, but to answer your question, there's no set requirement, it's competitive, so we will give those scholarships to the best students that are applying. The reason why our entrance scholarships are so small is because our actual scholarship in Trinity is not an entrance scholarship. It's a scholarship that you win on the basis of your performance in second year. Okay? Every undergraduate student has the opportunity to sit a special set of examinations in the second year of their degree. They're optional. Most students do not sit these exams. Every year, out of 3,000 students who are eligible, about 400 to 500 do choose to sit these examinations. They're in your area, so you're studying business, it's in business. You're studying medicine, it's in medicine. You're effectively examined on everything you've done since the beginning of first year. So you're examined on 3 semesters worth of work. The exam happens in January, halfway through the academic year. And students who get a first, who do very well in this exam, typically that's about 20 to 25% sit it. So it's quite high. Every year we award the scholarship to about 80 to 100 students. So it's not just a handful, it's quite a large number every year. These students become very, very important. To explain why, I have to backtrack a little bit and admit to you that the name of the university is not actually Trinity College Dublin. That's just our trading name, it's a nickname. Actual name of the university is the Provost Fellows and Scholars of the College of the Holy and Undivided Trinity of Queen Elizabeth near Dublin. So that's obviously too long to put on your visiting card, so we've shortened it a bit, but that's the actual name of the university. That's what Elizabeth wrote on the charter 424 years ago. The important part of that is the Provost Fellows and Scholars. They are the body corporates, they are the people who own the lands and the titles of the college. The Provost is like the president, the Fellows are the senior professors, and the Scholars are undergraduate students who sat this exam and did well. And as a result, for a period of 5 years, they become owners of the college. And as owners of the college, they obviously get a number of very significant benefits. And they include, most importantly, very reduced tuition fees. So your tuition fees drop by about 75%. Plus, we give you an apartment on campus in one of our ancient buildings, free. Plus, we give you a 3-course dinner every day in our grand Hogwarts-style dining hall with a little glass of Guinness on the side if you like that kind of thing. And this lasts for 5 years, so it covers the 2 final years of your undergraduate degree plus 3 years postgraduate, where you can do any master's program or any PhD for which you're qualified. Free of charge, living free of charge on campus with a free 3-course meal every day. So, this is a very unusual scholarship. You will not hear from any other university that offers anything like it. It's the kind of scholarship that universities used to have back in the Middle Ages. I mean, Oxford and Cambridge would have had these scholarships way back, hundreds of years ago, but they got rid of them because they're too expensive. We can't get rid of them because we made the mistake of making the scholars owners of the university, so they will never let us get rid of that scholarship. It will always be there. It's a core part of Trinity's tradition. It's a core part of what it means to be a student of Trinity. Not everybody gets it, but those scholars become really the most important students in the university. They get special robes and everything.